I suppose you could say I have an addiction to spending money.
Today's rich kid going homeless is 24-year-old banker Jay.
So I work in finance. I don't need to work, so I come from old money, majority of which is due to my grandfather. He had a net worth of about £18 million.
Add that to his dad's net worth of £4 million.
I am a premier customer of the National Bank of Dad, and 99% of requests are approved.
Heir to the family fortune, Jay has no qualms splashing Dad's cash.
I spend my money on cars. It makes you feel special. People look at you. People have a predetermined idea of who you are. They have a different level of respect. Anyone that says that money can't buy happiness doesn't know what they're talking about. Essentially, I believe that's because they don't know where to shop.
Raised on the Isle of Man, but growing up abroad, privately educated Jay has always loved pricey clobber.
This one cost me about £280. Had a few of these. This one was just shy of 1,000. Image is very important to me. The way that you're represented is very important.
But fashion-obsessive Jay is willing to give up his flash clothes and his flash cars to experience life at the less ostentatious end of the wealth spectrum.
I think people on the streets, they can be lazy. More often than not, quite dirty and lacking drive in life. Drugs would never help anyone get off the street. So get off the drugs, you'll end up somewhere better.
Alright, man.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Reece, man. You?
Jay, nice to meet you.
Sweet, man. What are you saying, man? You cool, yeah? Where are you from?
So, well, I'm based in Cambridge at the minute. Well, I'm not actually from Cambridge, but I work in Cambridge.
How old are you?
24. How old are you?
I'm 20 still.
You're 20?
Yeah, man.
So what's it like being homeless then?
It's a hard one, It's tricky because the problem is it's not just to live in the life in the streets. It's also to see people looking at you like you're some piece of dirt on the floor, like they're going to wipe off your shoe.
It's exactly the kind of impression I've been trying to get attention from people all day today.
I could not walk past someone and ignore them to their face. That's the utmost rudeness.
I was thinking, even if you didn't want to help me, could you at least just look at me or say something?
It's horrible, isn't it? Well, what, do you want to come over and have a look then, see what it's like over here with me then?
Yeah, sure, that'd be great.
Sweet.
Thank you. Seems like a cool guy. Actually, he seems really chill. Didn't feel shy, really. I didn't feel like he was someone to be afraid of. I felt like I could sit and have a chat with this guy.
Reece begs every day with his begging partner, Rachel.
All right, nice to meet you guys.
Who doesn't want to be identified.
How much would you make, on average in a day then, doing this in this spot?
I can make up to like 100, 120 pounds a day.
Seriously?
Yeah, it all depends how much you do. To be honest, but I've got habits, and...
Is that something that started from being homeless, or is that something that was around?
Something that started when I was homeless, I got mixed up in it. Started using this, started using that. And now I don't want to do it. I've got to do it. It's ridiculous. I don't have the choice now.
People don't believe it, but it is actually an illness. It's so easy, but you do that once, and then 3 days into it, now you're getting physical withdrawal symptoms, because now you've got to have it.
I hate it, bro.
Is it a proper struggle then, trying to get clean? Is it as simple as, can you just sort of say, that's it, end of, cut off? Is it not really work like that?
The first day, you start throwing up, you start having diarrhea, bad stomach. The second day is 10 times worse. You literally, you're throwing up nothing, but you're dry heaving all the time. You got a massive migraine, you can't sit still, your Jake, it's horrible, man. It's horrible stuff.
It's almost like something that won't let you stop in a way. It's like it doesn't want to let you stop.
You can't stop.
We're going off to meet our mates, so...
Reece and Rachel are two of the 55% of rough sleepers in the borough who use drugs. After receiving a donation, the grip of the addiction takes hold.
Sweet, yeah? See you in a bit, mate.
See you.
See you in a bit. I'll literally...
Don't worry, I'll keep a lookout.
Help yourself to them.
Don't worry, I'll keep watch for now.
After an hour on his own,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Reece returns and decides to open up to Jay about his upbringing and why he's on the streets.
I want to inside picture. I could not have ended up in any different way. I got sexually assaulted in my sleep, The fact that I trusted him, the fact that I had actually built the trust up for the person, and the fact that I couldn't feel like I could trust people, I can't believe that happened to me, you know? I can't believe it fully happened, like, it was just nuts.
But what did you do about it after it happened? Did you tell anyone? Did you make any, like...
What am I gonna do?
I don't know, something.
Who am I gonna tell? What's gonna happen out of that? I'm scared and to not even know what to do. I'm 17, 18 years old, mate. It's disgusting, man. Like, I couldn't take it, man. I couldn't take it anymore. I got out of there.
Did it live with you like on a daily basis? Do you still think about it?
Every single day of my life, mate, I can't sleep. I can't sleep until daylight. Tonight I'm gonna go out and just walk around and walk around and walk around and walk around and walk around because I can't sleep. So I'm scared to sleep. They think I'm just a crackhead, bro. They don't understand me, bro. I don't want to do these drugs, yeah? The drugs make me feel worse about myself. But at the end of the day, I do it because I hate the fact that I have to spend these people's money on drugs, bro. I can't stand it. It's horrible, bro. And no one understands. No one understands nothing.
As Reece goes off for more drugs, his story about his sexual abuse resonates with Jay.
A little bit difficult because some of his experiences and some of his stories ring home a little bit true to me. Had some dodgy sexual experiences in the past when I was younger. Once when I was in uni and once back when I used to live in Hong Kong. And like, it's not really something that I talk about, so just like finding someone who's got similar experiences and just hearing a little bit about them, it just sort of makes me pull my own demons out of the closet a little bit. It's normally something that basically I've brushed under the carpet for a few years. In that respect, we're quite similar, so it didn't necessarily matter that I came from a privileged background, didn't necessarily matter that he hasn't. At the end of the day, we've had similar experiences in life, and I suppose, you know, money doesn't make you impervious to bad things happening to you, so.
So what did your family do then for a living in it?
So basically, like, my parents are divorced. My mum's a nurse, but my dad is the chief operating officer for a private aircraft management company.
Can we get about £6 grand? I promise to God we will not spend it on drugs.
Last month, I went on holiday and I spent £7 grand on that holiday. So.
The most expensive thing I've ever had in my whole life is an ounce of weed.
If you think about it, spending is almost as much my vice as heroin is Reece's. I love buying stuff that I don't need. I love spending money. I love going out. I love treating myself. It's an addiction in a different way. You know, if you know you've got it and you see something you like, you kind of want it. I don't need it at all. I don't need to buy a lot of this stuff, but I buy it because I want to. Maybe I should be less reliant on the National Bank of Dad. Maybe I should be a touch more content.
Having spent the entire day at the same spot with Reece and Rachel, it's finally time to bed down, but not before one last hit of drugs. As it's the early hours of the morning, the drug taking can be less discreet, so Jay's about to witness the unknown.
This is new territory for me. When you burn it, it's really strong. It smells like urine to me. It smells really vinegary. It's really strong. It's like right up your nostrils.
It's not great.
When you take that first steam ever in your life, yeah, you're just chasing the buzz. That's what happens your whole life, trying to get that same high again.
Even though you know where it ends up,
Still do it.
it's the substance itself that pulls you back. That's the thing.
It was horrible.
Sitting there and witnessing it with my own eyes, seeing the struggle that people go through on a daily basis to carry on supporting their own suffering because of what they're taking has such a strong grip over them. Homelessness to me before this, it was something to avoid. It meant that you weren't worth my time, you weren't worth my money. But you know, after experiencing what I've experienced, I don't think my views could be much more different.